my darlings, I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome to my first reaction to episode 17 of Death Note. In episode 16, we just saw Light and his dad get incarcerated, or not really incarcerated, but more like isolation, just to kind of prove whether Light was Kira. They also couldn't trust that Light's dad wouldn't do something silly or something stupid, so they also locked him up at his request, to be fair. And also Misa is thinking that some weird stalker has hold of her again. Light has also relinquished control of the Death Note, but I think once he's cleared, there is going to be a way for him to get it back in terms of like a piece of paper. He's going to have hidden a piece of paper, he's going to touch it, he's going to know where it's buried, and he's going to get it back. Elle is super confused, doesn't know what's going on, but how could he? Because it's all supernatural. There's absolutely no way of being able to figure out that you could lose all memory of the crimes you've committed by relinquishing the Death Note. He doesn't know this, and I feel so sorry for him because he's trying his best. He's trying to solve this case, and no matter how hard he tries, the odds are stacked against him because without knowing fully what he's up against, he's never going to be able to win. And that's the issue. He's never going to fully know what he's up against. He may eventually, but I think if he ever does learn, they'll kill him off. I don't think they'll keep him in the show if he learns the supernatural elements of it. Or maybe he discovers it himself. But the past couple of episodes have been really interesting because like the tension is building. The game is afoot. It's getting more intense. It's getting more personal because they now have more of a personal connection with one another. And I'm really excited to see how this progresses and plays out. So we're gonna jump straight into episode 17. We're not gonna talk, we're just gonna get into it.
You will continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast. Outside of that, you're free to use the Death Note however you wish. That's the only condition. If everything happens as Light Yagami planned, this should help save Misa. Do as I say and you'll get what you want. In the end,
this
it
is
works
all
out
Rem's
well for
plan.
both of us.
Okay.
I suppose for someone in your position, you'd call this good business.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up a second. I thought that was like a flashback to Light. I don't know why I did think it was a flashback to Light. It's not. It's somebody who works in the broadcasting station. Hence why they're able to kill the recently broadcasted while Light is away, because Rem has given her Death Note to somebody in the broadcasting station and is doing good business. I don't know why I thought that was like a flashback. It should have been obvious when I immediately saw it. So I'm kind of mad at myself for that, but yeah, are they gonna relinquish control of the Death Note, and why is it good business? Like, what does he get in exchange for this? The Death Note? So he can use it how he wishes, but he has to also kill the people on the broadcast. Okay, so there is something that he gains from this. Oh, right.
Mr.
I'm so
Yagami,
mad that I thought that was like a flashback.
There's no reason for you to keep doing this to yourself.
It's been over a month since Kira started killing criminals again.
Jeez.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's all the proof I need to be sure that my son isn't Kira.
It's been 4
All
weeks.
that's left is
Oh
for
my
you
God.
to be sure. One way or another, when I get out of here, it will be with my son.
Light, how are you feeling right now?
I'm okay.
He's losing it.
Ryuzaki, I know that in the time I've been in prison, no new criminals have died. However, that suggests to me that Kira must be someone who's intimately familiar with my situation. And if
No,
that's
Light. The reason criminals have stopped dying is because you are Kira.
No, I'm not Kira. How many times do I have to say it?
He's trying to put the pressure on
Know
him
that I was bluffing,
so
why
that
is
he
getting
would
so
break.
upset? He honestly seems clueless.
This is just cruel. I don't care if he is a suspect. Light still has a right to know that criminals are being killed again.
Please just let me go. I want to see Light. Please. Light.
Are they going to put them in a room together to see if they say something that they shouldn't say? But they're not
Ryuzaki,
going
you
to,
have no
but that's
reason to keep
probably
Light locked up anymore. Do the
what
right
he
thing and
thinks
let
will
him
happen.
Go. Then we can get the chief out too. Criminals are still being killed, even though Misa and Light haven't had access to any of that information. We know that much already, so what are you waiting for?
Not true. All we really know at this point is that Amane harbors an unnaturally strong devotion for Light Yagami.
Ryuzaki, it's time to start looking for the real Kira.
He already has him. That's the issue, but no one's going to believe it. To them, Elle just looks cruel. Like he's punishing him for no reason.
Yes, I understand.
Mr. Yagami,
Yes, what is it?
would you be willing to come to headquarters just once? I'd like to discuss my thoughts with you, but it must be done in person.
Okay.
However, above all else, I need to talk to you as Light's father.
Why aren't we witnessing this conversation? He's telling him something. Is he saying that he's gonna let Light out? Why does his dad look so emotional? His dad's either shocked
I never pictured you
or...
as an old man, Mr. Stalker.
I am not your stalker. I'm a detective with the NPA.
What? Hey, wait. I remember now. They told me I was being arrested for being the second Kira. You mean that was for real? No, you're a stalker. There's no way the police would blindfold me and tie me up all fetishy like that.
Fetishy?
Anyways, it's kind of weird that you have my hands and feet all tied up,
Wow.
even though you're planning to let me go.
Please, just keep quiet.
He's tasked with bringing her to meet Light. And they're gonna act like a lovey-dovey couple.
Misa!
Missed you so much, Light!
Dad, tell me, what's all this about?
He's your dad? Oh my god, I totally called your dad a stalker and said he was old and all kinds of other rude stuff. Pleased to meet you. My name's Misa Amane. I'm Light's girlfriend and
They're
I'd
all
like
yours,
to...
Chief.
There's just that conversation
Let's
between...
go. Get in the car.
He's said something that's like caused a shift in his dad's behavior. So we won't witness that conversation. So it's something important that is going to crop up again. But his dad's very cold towards Light now. I don't know if it's an act in terms of he's playing along to prove his son's innocence by maybe treating Light as if he believes that he is Kira in order to prove that he isn't, because maybe Elle thinks that his dad putting the pressure on him might cause him to buckle, or he's revealed something to Light's father that has convinced him that his son could potentially be Kira. I don't know, that reaction, I couldn't quite read that reaction, whether it was one of like emotional relief or like emotional shock. I thought maybe it was emotional relief that he's going to have the opportunity to prove that his son isn't Kira and then the case will be dropped, or I don't know. It's I'm so lost at the moment.
I was starting to think I'd never get out of there, but it feels good to finally be cleared.
No. I am afraid you two are being taken to your execution. I wanted to be the one to escort you to the execution site. It was secretly built in an underground facility not far from here.
Execution?
That's not
What the hell are
real.
you talking about?
Elle is convinced that you are Kira, Light, and that Misa Amane is the second Kira.
He can't be
is convinced
executed
that the
without a
only way we
trial.
can prevent the murders is to execute the two of you.
I don't understand. The killings have already stopped.
No, they never stopped.
They never... That's not what he told me, so he was lying?
Elle was trying to get a confession out of you, Light. He would have said anything. But at this point, that's not the problem. It's political now. UCL's suggestion that the killings would stop if you two were eliminated was unanimously accepted by top officials in the UN and the Japanese government. They
That's
want
not
Kira to
true.
disappear. No trial,
He's lying
no
to him.
publicity.
But that's completely insane! Please, Dad, I'm not Kira!
He's right. What kind of a father are you anyway? This is your own son you're talking
Elle
about.
made this decision, not me. And
He's
his
lying.
word is absolute.
There's
Over
no...
the years, he's tackled the most difficult cases, solving all of them. He's never been wrong.
You trust El more than you trust me, your own son?
El went so far as to stake his life on this theory. If the killings don't stop, then he too will be executed.
El said that? What could he be thinking? I know that given the material evidence, this might seem like the only logical solution. But he's making a mistake. How could El come to this conclusion? Something's not right here. It's just... It's not like El at all.
No, like this isn't legit. Like no, it's not legit. Essentially what they're trying to do is to put him under such extreme pressure to see whether he'll buckle or Misa will buckle, because we've already seen that his dad has said like either way I'm leaving with my son. There's absolutely no way that his dad would just categorically cooperate with his son's execution. Even if that was the agreement that Light was to be executed, his father would not be the one driving him to it, because it's a conflict of interest. His dad wouldn't be driving him to an execution spot because there's absolutely no way his dad would be like collaborating with it, because he doesn't believe that Light is Kira. This is all designed to put him under such psychological duress that he breaks and admits that he's Kira, but he can't because he doesn't remember it. So it's all for nothing, but from their perspective, this is their final chance to get evidence, and if he doesn't break now, then they're innocent and they'll have to be let go.
The El I know would rely on hard evidence. He has to have the truth. Is he really planning to end it like this?
All right, we're almost there.
This is fucking crazy.
I'm going to kill you here and then kill myself.
What? What are you talking about, Dad? You can't! That's crazy!
Say that! You'd kill your only son for El? If you want to die so bad, why don't you kill yourself? If you do this, you're no different than Kira.
I am nothing like Kira. I am bound by my responsibilities as a parent and as chief of the MPA.
Dad, come on! She's right! Think about it. If we die here, the truth will never be revealed. Please, Dad, you have to let us escape.
It's too late. Either way, you will be
There's
executed.
no way.
At least with this, I'll be the one to do it.
No, there's
Please
no
stop,
way this
Dad.
is
I'm
all
not
legit.
Kira. If
No.
I die here, Kira wins. Can't you see?
Amane, I'm going to die here with my son, but I have no reason to kill you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before the police locate this car. Then they'll transport you to the original site and execute you there. Light,
There's gonna be
my
no
son.
bullets in the gun.
From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
No, Dad!
There's no bullets.
No, stop it!
This it's like it's gonna be like a fake gun. There's absolutely no way that his dad would do that. I'm not buying it. I think essentially, again, it's a psychological mind game designed to get him to confess. You have traded the eye power of a god of death. You will lose the eye power as well as the memory of the Death Note once you lose its ownership. At the same time, the remaining half of your life will not be restored. Wait, oh, okay, so basically, because in order to get the eyes, you lose half of your lifespan, so you don't get that back even if you relinquish control of the Death Note. Okay. Does that mean Misa will have to make the deal twice? Oh, you may lend the Death Note to another person while maintaining its ownership. Subletting it to yet another person is possible too. Okay, that's not what's been done here though. He has relinquished control, but maybe this is something that's going to come into effect at a later point. The Death Note has been lent to somebody by Rem. She's lent Misa's Death Note to another individual in order to give them something. Okay, so she has given Misa's Death Note to another person who is using it at the moment. Could that be a temporary ownership? And then she returns that Death Note to Light And then from there, Light is able to figure out his own Death Note, or Rem is able to tell him where his original Death Note is buried. Maybe that's what it is. Like the Death Note's been lent out. It's going to be given back after a specific time frame. Rem's going to be able to take it back because she mentioned that this was good business, that he would get what he wanted in order... He would get what he wanted if he followed her instructions via using the Death Note. So it sounds like it's been lent to him. She will take it back. She will give it to Light, and Light will ask her where she will give it to Light, and then she will tell Light where the original Death Note, and she will tell Light where his Death Note is buried because she was there to see where it was buried. Or she'll give it to Misa, and Misa will tell Light, and Light will be able to retrieve his Death Note from where it's buried in the woods and see Ryuk. That's what I'm thinking.
Light, my son. From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
No, Dad!
It's a psychological game. There's no way.
You used a blank.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness? What's going on? I don't understand.
Knew it! I knew it wasn't
Forgive
real.
me, you two. I know that was hard on you, but it was the only way I could get you out of prison. Were you watching, Ryuzaki? I did exactly as you said, and as you can see, I'm still alive.
Yes, it was a convincing performance.
If Amane were the second Kira, who only needs to see a person's face to kill them,
She would have killed
there is
him
no
to
doubt she
protect
would have
Light.
killed you before you had the chance to fire your weapon.
Yeah.
Also, if Light was in fact Kira, the Kira I know wouldn't hesitate to kill even his own father to save himself. With Light in particular, I cannot rule out the possibility that he may have seen through our act at some point. However, as we agreed, I will end their confinement immediately. You and I will be together 24/7. And that's how we'll remain until we've brought Kira to justice.
What?
Fine by me. We'll catch Kira. Together.
Yes, I look forward to working with you.
Are they gonna be like roommates? He's gonna move in with him to like the hotel room?
Are you sure this is necessary, Ryuzaki?
Alright, that's a bit
This is
extreme.
as difficult for me as it is for you.
So
Are they
is
gonna
this
pee?
what you meant by being together 24 hours a day with him? Looking at you, I never would have guessed. Are you on that side of the fence, Ryuzaki?
I told you I'm not doing this because I want to, okay?
But Light belongs to me. I don't want to share him with you. If you're with him 24/7, then how are we supposed to go on dates together?
He's just gonna have to come along.
Dates, but it'll have to be the three of us.
No way. Are you telling me we have to kiss in front of you and stuff?
I'm not
Yep.
telling you to do anything, but yes, I suppose I would be watching. Light, please make Misa stop talking now.
Listen, Misa, that's enough. The police have already established that it was you who sent those
Oh,
tapes, so you're lucky to even
Christ.
be here right now. They have every right to keep you in prison.
How could you even say that, Light? In case you forgot, I'm your girlfriend. Don't you trust your own soulmate?
What do you mean, soulmate? You're the one
Extreme.
who said you fell in love with me at first sight, Misa.
So why would you kiss me if you didn't have feelings for me? You took advantage of me? Stupid. I just happened to go there. I don't know why. I don't remember how I felt.
But isn't
I
like
don't even know what I
Aoyama
was wearing.
a popular
Anyway,
spot
since
for
when do I
like
need a
kids
reason to
their
hang out
age
with
anyway?
Aoyama, huh?
And somehow, when you came back from Aoyama, you knew that you were in love with some guy and that his name was Light.
Yes.
Tell me, what if Light was Kira? How would it make you feel?
Huh? How would I feel if Light was Kira?
She
That's
still love
right.
him.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. So if I found out that Light was actually Kira, that would be like a bonus for me. If anything, it would make me love him even
Oh,
more. Even though
God.
it's practically impossible to love him more than I already do.
It's Kira, though. You'd love him even more for that? I mean, wouldn't
Yeah.
you be afraid? What if he tried to kill you?
I'm a supporter of Kira, so if I found out my Light was actually him, I think of how I could be helpful.
That's just
That's
making
very
him more
generous of you, but I'm
suspicious.
pretty sure Kira doesn't need your help. There can be no mistake that you are the second Kira. But you've made it so painfully obvious that I don't really want to believe it.
Whatever, it's not believable because I'm not the second Kira, okay?
Anyway, for the
Oh
time
my
being, you'll
God.
remain under surveillance. When you do go out, if needed, you'll be able to contact us using this room's extension. But from now on, for all private and work-related affairs, Mr. Matsuda will be accompanying you as your new manager, Matsui. Your agency's been paid to keep quiet, and the police don't know. Don't blow his cover.
This old guy's my manager? Oh, you can't be serious.
Come on,
Old?
what's wrong with me, Misa? Is it the tie? Because I can get
Oh, he's lost it.
Would you cut it out with all this dating, kissing, and Misa talk already? This is the Kira investigation. Stop messing around!
Light's dad's face is like, oh shit. But somebody needed to say it. Like, I get that they're teenagers, like, they're, what, 18? Like, 18 and 19, but, like, Christ, people are dying. Get it together.
Sorry about that, Aizawa.
No, it's all right. I just figured out what the problem is. Misa Amane, it's time for you to go to your room.
Why?
Out you go.
Hey, Light, let's go on a date, even if it is the three of us.
Yeah, now.
So, Light, are you serious about her?
No way. Like I told you earlier, it's completely one-sided.
Then could you at least pretend to be serious for the sake of the investigation?
You
Yeah.
want me to become intimate with her to gather information about the second Kira?
You were
Yes,
kind
I
of
think you
already
could do
doing
it
that
without arousing
anyway.
her suspicions, and Amani would definitely be a valuable source of information for us.
As much as I want to help you, and as important as the Kira case is to me, I can't manipulate a woman's feelings like that. Please
Bollocks.
try to
You've done it
understand.
before.
To me, exploiting another person's feelings for personal gain is unforgivable, and I won't allow myself to stoop that low.
There's something wrong with this picture. It's
Yeah,
as if he's a different person now.
because he
Is it
is.
possible that this is an act?
It's really sad to see because the Light that I'm seeing now, the one without the Death Note, I actually really like. I like him. It just, how anybody can sit and say that he wasn't corrupted, that he is right in what he's doing, that the Death Note could have gone to a worse person is bonkers, because this is just going to show how much the Death Note has corrupted Light, how much it has changed him from what he could have been to what he is now, which is the God complex, the ego. Yes, both versions still have a strong sense of morality, but the Light that we see with the Death Note, his sense of morality is out the fucking window. His sense of morality is focused on how to benefit himself. The Light we see here, we see that morality and care for other people. We see that ability to actually relate to others, to not want to harm and use others. How anybody fails to see the corruption that the Death Note has done to Light baffles me, because this is just making it so painfully obvious that Light is not meant to be liked. The Light that we see with the Death Note, we are meant to dislike. We are not meant to agree with him. This Light, the one without the Death Note, the one that has no memory of the Death Note, is the person that we should like. But that's unfortunately not the person that we get, because the Death Note has corrupted him.
Do you think we could come up with some kind of alternative to this system of moving from hotel to hotel every few days?
Yes. In
Like
fact,
a
I had
flat.
that very same thought some time ago, and so
Or apartment.
I arranged for a facility to be built. Construction started right
Oh.
after my first meeting with Mr. Yagami and the others. It should be finished in a few days. Where is it? Here it is. 23 floors above ground and 2 below. Although it's
You
impossible
had that
to see
made?
from the outside, there are 2 helicopters hidden on the roof.
What? That's amazing.
Ideally, I want all of us to spend as much time here
Damn.
as possible. If the investigation team grows, we can accommodate up to 60 people. Misa shouldn't have any complaints, since she'll have her own floor.
This is truly impressive.
That's
To
crazy.
go to such lengths.
Hold on a second. Where did you find the finances to build this thing?
He's
As you
minted.
can see, it is my intention to solve this case no matter what it takes. That's how it is.
I'm sorry, but how is that an answer?
No, he's right. The mass killings are bad enough already, but personally, I will never forgive Kira for putting my dad and I through this. I want to solve this no matter what it takes.
If you're serious about that, you should try to get close to Misa and find out about the second...
I can't. That goes against my principles.
Right, you said that. What a shame.
Nothing. I'm just feeling really motivated right now, Chief.
This may be irrelevant, but I have to wonder what prompted Kira to start killing business people in addition to the usual criminals and such.
Come on now, haven't you figured this out yet, Takahashi?
Huh?
This is the most advantageous course of action for Kira.
Advantageous? He's basically started a killing service, Higuchi.
Despite the fact that we're all relatively young, all of us are now frontrunners to become Yotsuba's next CEO. Not to mention, our salaries have virtually eclipsed those of the other employees in the company.
One of the people in this room has to be
It's Kira.
So, back to business. Does anyone have a proposal? Who should we have?
I think it is either the bottom left or the one next to him with the glasses, because I'm pretty sure they had short hair and glasses. This one, I realize you can see my mouse. So this one here looks like Light, to the point that when they had that moment, I was a bit like, oh, I thought it was like a flashback for a moment. So I kind of would be like, it's him. But that feels like a really obvious guess. So I'm thinking it might be him, because I'm pretty sure the person had glasses.
Kira eliminate this week, gentlemen.
Human beings are truly disgusting creatures.
Oh? That's so different to Ryuk. Ryuk finds them interesting and she thinks they're disgusting. I think that's probably why I like Rem so much, is she really has a strong sense of justice and a really strong sense of like what is right and wrong, and doesn't like to see people manipulating others for gain. So I think that's probably why I like Rem a lot, because I actually relate to her the most. I think she's the most relatable. The whole dynamic that's now occurring, which is Light not knowing that he's Kira, him now being able to be like, that's against my principles. And it's like, it's just funny because it's like, when you're Kira, these principles are out the window. Like, you don't have these principles anymore because you're Kira, but obviously he doesn't know. So we now get to see that side of him that would have existed if the Death Note never fell into his hands. So we're seeing the other side. We're seeing a Light that is actually likable, but we also now get the dynamic of Light, Misa, and L, because they're all going to be in the same building. Light and L are going to be together 24/7. And I said that I really couldn't wait to see like the dynamic between the three of them, and that I thought that like L and Misa would get on, and maybe they will. Maybe it's just a rough start after everything that's happened. Maybe they will start to like get along with each other. But I feel like the next couple of episodes are going to be really fun to watch. They're going to be interesting to see the dynamic between the three play out. We're going to have more banter between Light and L. They're going to be more like friends than adversaries, because now that we know that Light has forgotten everything, he's not going to approach L in a way of trying to get information or trying to gauge what he knows. Is going to be more now like an actual friendly dynamic, and I'm really excited to see how that plays out. I think that's going to be so much fun. Misa's pissing off the investigation already. Can now understand why Light was very much like, I don't want to be associated with her, because she cannot keep her mouth shut. She's very open about being a Kira supporter, about being a Kira fanatic, to the point that they can't clear her, not only because of physical evidence, but because of the fact that she just doesn't know when to stop talking. She does make me laugh though. I think she's a really funny, intriguing character to watch. Like, she is really funny. Especially the whole like sticking her tongue out at L and then being like, oh, you're on the other side of the fence, you know, making jabs at L for wanting to be with Light 24/7. And I imagine back in the day, there were a lot of like Light and L shippers that kind of, I think I'd probably be one of them. Like back in the day, I probably was like, yeah, Light and L together forever. But I can see why people would have shipped them. And God, I imagine there was so many fan fictions back in the good old days. I wonder, does anybody write fan fiction for anime these days? Probably. I feel like that's something with the generations that kind of like never dies out. But Yeah, this is getting really intriguing. I already miss Ryuk though. I miss my boy. I want Ryuk back. I think if my prediction is anything, we'll probably get like maybe another episode or two without Ryuk, and then he'll eventually come back in. Because I think there's no way that they couldn't bring him back in. Like, Light is not going to give up being Kira. He's just going to probably wait till things cool down a little bit. Or at least that's what I think is going to happen. And just watching them snap at Misa because they're just like, she's not taking this seriously. And I get where they're coming from. They're like, people are dying. Like, literally, Misa, people are dying. Get it together, girl. So I completely sympathize, but I'm so excited now for the next episode because it's just such an interesting dynamic. Now that he's forgotten everything, now that he has the opportunity to get to know L more like one-on-one without seeing him as the enemy that he needs to take down, we're going to see more of that like friendship dynamic. And I think it's going to be really sweet. But again, it's also going to be really bittersweet because we know that Light is eventually going to get his Death Note back. Of course he is. So it's going to be really sad because you're just kind of like seeing what could have been, the dynamic that could have existed if Light had never received a Death Note. And it's sad and bittersweet because like this is actually a really likable person. This is somebody that like I could see myself getting on with. The Light with the Death Note, not so much. So I'm really, really, really excited to see how this plays out. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye!